Hello, so today I am making Oreo chocolate chip cookie brownies, and what you'll need is, so I'm starting with the chocolate chip cookies first, and I have made this recipe before, so just check out that video. But you want 1/2 granulated sugar, 3/4 cup brown sugar, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/2 cup unsalted butter, melted 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then 1 1/4 cups all-purpose flour, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and then some chocolate chip chocolate chips. So I'll make the chocolate chips cookies first, that batter first, and then I'll do the brownie batter secondly. And for the brownies, you'll need, I'm gonna half this, so 1/2 cup unsalted butter, 1 cup of granulated sugar, and then probably 1/4 cup cocoa powder, probably 1 1/2 eggs, which I don't know how you half an egg, but you'll see, but vanilla extract, salt, all-purpose flour, and I won't add chocolate chips to the brownie mixture. You want to add your brown sugar, your granulated white sugar, and then your salt and your melted butter in the mixer first, so that's what you want to do. So I added 1/2 cup granulated sugar, 3/4 cup brown sugar, a teaspoon of salt, and now I have melted 1/2 cup of butter, and you just want to dump that in your mixer, or you can use a bowl. And you want to mix this until no lumps are formed, or no lumps are in. So that's what it's supposed to look like, a paste, and it has like no lumps in it. A paste with no lumps. That's what you want it to look like. So now you want to add 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then you want to just mix that again, probably for about 20 seconds, maybe 15. Now I saw this recipe on Instagram, I think, and I've been wanting to make it for a long time, but no one in my family, they don't like brownies. I'm the only one that likes brownies and like chocolatey things, like chocolate cake and stuff. So I have to make a little bit of this, or else it'd just be me eating it, and that's too much. Too many sweets. I did make a peach cobbler a few days ago too, and it's pretty much gone. I've been cooking up a storm, I just haven't been recording anything for y'all. Alright, so now you want to whisk that. I do it on low. Well, you can't see it, but it's almost like caramel. That's how the color is, and that's kind of the consistency. So yeah, but you want it to be a little kind of runny. But don't overmix it because it's egg. You don't want to overmix egg. So next you want to add your baking soda and your flour and sift that into it. So I'll show you. Alright, so I have 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and you just want to sift that like that. And then you want to take a spatula and fold this in. Don't mix it anymore. I don't know, the past 2 times I have made this cookie recipe, they haven't been as good as the first time. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong or what. But yeah, it just hasn't been too good. So take a spatula and just fold it. So you want to go like this. Like, that's the motion you want. And just fold it until you don't see any flour left. It'll probably take up to a minute, but don't overmix it too. So you just want to do this, mix it, and it's good. So that took about maybe 30 to 40 seconds. And now you want to add 4 ounces of your semi-sweet chocolate chips. I usually add a little bit extra. But yeah, this is how you want it to look, like Play-Doh. Alright, don't overmix it. Alright, so I showed you earlier, but that's what you want it to look like. And 4 ounces is just 1/2 cup. So if you wanna measure 1/2 cup. And there you go. I said I'm extra, so I did 1 1/4. And just fold these in, your chocolate chips, and that's your cookie dough. And you just want to mix this up and put it in the fridge. I'm going to put it in a bowl and just put it in the fridge for 30 minutes while I make the brownie batter. You can just toss this in the fridge right now. Yeah, it looks good. I don't think I messed it up this time. Fingers crossed. Now on to the brownie batter. I have 1/2 cup of melted unsalted butter, and I'll put that in here. And like I said, I'm halving this recipe. So if you want, the full recipe makes 16 brownies. So if you want to make a lot of this particular brownie, do this, but I'm doing half because I'm making it smaller. Alright. Then you want to add 1 cup of granulated sugar. That's a half, and I'll do another. Now this isn't healthy, so I hope if y'all got some sort of health issues or diabetes, don't make this recipe or eat it in moderation. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend making this. Alright, so now I have some cocoa powder here, Hershey's, or you can use like organic cocoa powder. Just make it unsweet, organic, 100% cacao. That's what you want. And so I'll do 3/4 cup. Half of that is only 6 tablespoons, so I'll do 6 tablespoons. And I'm going to sift this. I don't know, I've been liking Oreos recently, and I made Oreo cinnamon rolls like 2 weeks ago. It was really good. It was like, I liked it better than the original cinnamon rolls that I make. Was that 5? I have to rewind the tapes. After further review, I have determined that was 5 tablespoons, so I need 1 more. I lost track. That's why I told you I can't multitask. Talk and cook. So you want to sift this, get the clumps out. There's a lot in here too. That's why you sift. Look at all that. Now you want to take your sugars, your cocoa powder, and your butter and whisk it for 30 seconds. You want to whisk it a lot. This is what gives the brownies that crackly top, if you want that. That was about 40 seconds. You can mix it as much as you want at this stage. Just don't do too much mixing when you put the flour in there. But yeah, so you want it to be like a paste. Looks like mud. Mud. That's how you want it to be. So I have my eggs here. Wanted them at room temperature, so I set them out probably an hour ago. And you want to add your eggs, vanilla, and salt. I'll do a half tablespoon of vanilla extract. And then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. The salt brings out the chocolate flavor, but I don't really like salt in my dessert, so I'll keep it light. Now you want to whisk your eggs, vanilla, and salt. Now it's smooth. That's your brownie batter. Alright. And now you want to add a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. And at this point, also your chocolate chips, but I'm not doing chocolate chips. I'm going to sift in my 1/2 cup of flour. And you want to take a spatula and mix that in. I made brownies, I think, one other time, and it wasn't good. I used a pre-packaged, like pre-made powder. I didn't like it, but one time my friends and we made the pre-packaged one in a box, and it was so good. It was like one of the best brownies I've ever made before. I haven't been able to make that like that again. I don't know what we did. And you want to mix it until just combined. Like I said, don't over mix your brownie batter once the flour's in there. But yeah, that's what you want it to look like. Like that. This looks really good. It smells really good too. So, alright, so now I have a pan here. It's just a smaller pan, and I put some parchment sheets, baking sheets in here. And now we assemble. So cookie dough, Oreos, brownie batter. And I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so I took out my cookie dough. It's probably been in there for about 40 minutes. And you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And take this. Just press it down. I have some extra dough. I'll just make some cookies on the side. But this is what you want it to look like. It's about 1 inch thick. I don't know if it's supposed to be thinner than that or what. I am a bit worried about how it's going to bake all together and if it's going to cook all the way through. But now you want to add your Oreos. Just all along the entirety of the cookies. And I have some double stuff here. I ran out of these single cookies. You just want to press that in. Cookies, Oreos, and now your brownie batter on top. Like I said, you can do already made cookie dough, already made brownies, and do it this way. But I just thought to make it myself. And take that and spread that around like that. And this goes in the oven 350 for 35 to 40 minutes. I'll just do probably 37 to begin with and do the toothpick test. Alright, here's the finished product. It just looks like that. It's very shiny. But I'll put this in the oven and we'll see how it turns out. So I took it out the oven. It was in the oven for at least an hour and it still isn't cooked all the way through. But I'm just gonna cook it as I eat it, I guess, because right now it's like really crunchy. And I had to flip it over and cook it because the cookie part wasn't cooked. But this was, but not the cookie. So definitely make the cookie layer thinner than what I did. I did about that, an inch thick. You want it to be less than like a few centimeters, a few centimeters. This is what it looks like. It looks good, you see the layers. I'm gonna cut a piece so we can see. And the brownie wasn't, I don't know how to make brownies too well. But there you go. See, it doesn't look bad. Get me a thumbnail going. Yeah. You can see we got the cookie, the Oreo, and the brownie. But I mean, let me try since I'm here. A lot of chocolate. And it's very crunchy, so you definitely, keep those layers as thin as you can. Because, and I overcooked it a bit. But it's very hot, so I can't really get the flavors. I know you're like, a little more sugar. This whole thing is sugar. Or I got that Oreo right there. It's good, but it's not great. I don't think I'll make this again. Definitely not. But yeah, that's it for this video. Like this video if you like it. I have better cooking videos I'll put over here. And I hope you like this video. Comment down below. I also got a request to cook like it's some kind of deep fried plantain. I still remember, and I'll get to that one of these days. But subscribe to this channel, and I'll see ya.